I'm a graphic designer, recently unemployed. The market sucks. I'm considering marketing. Is it just miserable for graphic designers right now because of AI? I feel like graphic designer, especially like at the freelance or like, not the top level at a established firm, it's got to be miserable because clients are just going to try to use AI, try to undercut you with AI, try to drive your prices down. It just feels like a real shit time. There's obviously a gap in skill between a good human graphic designer and ChatGPT or whatever generating, but at the lower level, it's going to squeeze people a lot, I assume. In my mind, marketing is not about like learning some formula that can apply to everything. The best marketer for any product is someone who really knows that product and that industry in and out. I think marketing is a set of skills for learning how to research. That's what I honestly believe. I think good marketers are almost starting fresh on every product, and they're really good at getting up to speed on what the customer is looking for, what the product is, what its unique advantages is, how it positions in the market. I don't think there's like a marketer that's like, oh, I just know it, and no matter what, I'll come in and know more than you about your own business. For you to become a marketer, it's almost like learning how to learn a little bit and then also finding a place that you could do that. You can dive in on their product and isn't that similar to a lot of jobs? Yeah, 100%. I think most jobs are learned on the job, the specifics of it. I don't think a lot of people come in with credentials and just are square peg, square hole. I think most people get qualifications to show that they're capable of learning, but they learn almost everything about each job's kind of unique in a way, and you learn what that actually entails, what being good at this job actually means, what your boss is actually looking for. I think experience is so important. How much does marketing make versus engineering? Engineering will almost certainly make more on average. But as I climbed the marketing ladder, I started to get solid pay bumps. It's different because NVIDIA's salary was absurd. What is this? I lost my job to AI this week. This is going to be super sad.
But the topic of discussion is that I just lost my job and I lost it to AI. I think many people joke, oh, AI is going to take all our jobs and we're all going to get replaced, especially within my industry, which is graphic design.
I mean, with this aim, I totally understand. I'm timing you out, bro. Dude just lost his job to AI and you're roasting his headshots? Unreal, dude.
I got told that I'm being made redundant, and it turns out basically all of the material that I've provided over the past 6 years is now being fed to AI and templated.
Jesus. What's crazy is it's still a race to the bottom for them. Once the agency loses the competency of putting together a team of designers, and once it's all AI, then they get cut out altogether by the client. The agency is cutting out their employee to make it easier, but then they're going to get cut out by their client pretty soon. I don't know. It's tough for me to have a conclusion on this. You can't be like, let's not invent cars because people that ride horses are great. Whether or not we allow it or not, because it's happening globally, we can't stop it. Some country will use it and then outcompete, and then there's got to be a way to prevent all of the profits from this transition. I mean, I'm very pro UBI. I think something like this, for example, is just such a smaller problem in a society with a strong safety net, like a Scandinavian type society. If your job is redundant, it's not such a life or death. If you don't have to worry about medical care, if you don't have to worry about housing, if it's not a life or death thing, if it's not poverty, you can relearn and adapt to whatever is, technology is going to change things. There's the only constant in the history of all jobs is that they're all shifting in response to technology. Man, AI is going to be a doozy. It is a doozy now, but it's going to be such a doozy. I was talking about this today with the Marketing Monday team. I was just saying how I just feel like 10 years from now it's going to be unrecognizable, bro. I really think 2034, 2035, we're just going to have such a different, I just think so much is changing. How many researchers do you have? We have a team of 3 plus me, but I'm replacing them with ChatGPT. Yeah, I told them, hey, I actually fed all your research into ChatGPT. It's just going to be a lot simpler.
The graphic design industry is where most people cracked jokes. Oh, AI generation can't do it. It messes up the hands. Or those days are past us. AI progresses incredibly fast.
Those arguments have always been bad to me. Do you remember the Dolly mini memes that were so viral? This was so recent. And it was 2 years ago. And everyone's like, oh, this is funny. This is cute. And then flash forward a year, it's insanely better than that. A year, it's insanely better than that. Now they have her in the GPT-4 demos. These memes they were so basic and everyone was like, oh, they're so bad. And it just moves so quickly. It really is so damn quick. I don't know. It's tough for me to decide whether this is my gut tells me this is different. But obviously there's history will tell you that people have felt this way about a lot of technological changes, but this feels different. Different how? In that generally it's like an additive to humans. It's like a human with AI is better than just AI. And so it's like a tool. It's another tool. But this is, yeah, it's so close to just not needing the human factor. That's the big shift. Or if you do, it's like a few experts, you know? And that's just not, you can't have a whole economy on a few experts. I guess I'm saying if a job can be done by a human who's thinking kind of lazily, that's most jobs, bro. Everyone's not on all the time. Most humans are kind of turn their brain off at work. I mean, I can just understand what people are upset about. I always have this internal war I'm waging on it where I'm trying to like see the benefits and the upside and also understand that you can never really stop the advancing of technology. You can't go back. We can't go back to trebuchets. You know, even if I was the best trebuchet loader of all time, which I was, by the way, back in my day. But then they come out with cannons, like I'm out of a job. I had to relearn. This shit happens. It's just how it goes. And I think this would be so much easier if it was like, you know, there's that graph about how long it took radio to reach mass adoption, how long it took TV, how long it took the internet, how long it took Angry Birds, how long it took OpenAI, and it's like smaller and smaller. And it's just like, we're at such a stage of rollout where if tomorrow there was like a perfect AI that replaced every accountant, if there was an AI accountant that was just straight up better, easy to talk to, did everything, then it would be rolled out in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take such a little amount of time. There's no transition period. Do you think blue collar jobs are in danger too? Everything that I've read and all the smart people I've listened to, it's funny how blue collar is so resilient to AI because of how expensive it is to make manual robots that work, to do the dexterous things of human fingers and combine it with, it's actually way harder. Physical work is much more difficult. And so it's actually like creative work, thought work, it's like being more easily co-opted by AI. If you asked 10 years ago, people would say the opposite. Yeah, 100%. There was a bit of an ivory tower look about it. People with knowledge jobs like, oh, these poor truck drivers. Yeah, learn to program. You should learn to program. I'm not saying everyone was like that, but there was a bit of a looking down on it. And now it's so funny because AI is coming the exact opposite direction. I mean, it's hitting the coders, dude. You know, AI's ability to speed up coding is crazy. I wouldn't say it can do it for people yet, but it can speed things up. I got friends who are, at least on the front end, like front end devs, they're using it all the time. At the point that it will fully replace SWEs, will have replaced all white collar. People say that. And I think what they don't see is how it's playing out with like, when it makes experienced devs better so they can do more with less, more efficient. Companies are using that to justify not training or not wanting to invest in new employees. So what it's actually doing is choking off the market for like new entry-level software engineers. They're hiring experienced devs and they're able to do more with less. You know, it's like kicking the ladder down. That's what I'm saying. It's kicking the ladder down. You can't really feel it yet because people who are already in the industry are finding ways to make it work, but like, it's kicking the ladder down and you don't get that experience. And like, that's how you become good at your job, is like you work with people that have already done it for a while. You get training, you get leveled up, and then you become a senior. What do we do with all these extra bodies with no jobs? There's no answer yet. I mean, but if it plays out the way we think it might, like if we're truly like almost post scarcity with AI, then we have to rethink everything. I mean, I actually think it needs to be an entirely new system of everything. Can we talk about Fortnite or something? Bummer City in here. You guys talk about Fortnite. Do you guys think Tifu will get replaced by AI? Do you guys think that AI will come along that can crank 90s better than some of these kids and then start winning Fortnite World Championships? Who's going to be the John Henry of cranking 90s? No machine's taking my job. This is a last stand to the death. Hey, Shrek, I have an update on that problem I told you about with my dad being addicted to Facebook, and I'm sure you're dying to know about. You have an update on your dad being addicted to Facebook. This feels like a problem from like 10 years ago. Are we still worried about boomers and Facebook? It's still a problem. I know they've never left. It's like being upset about new metal or something. It's like it came and went. It happened. We did it. I have seen the shit on Twitter of screenshots of boomers falling for like very obvious AI images. It'll be like, you know, a child who's made a giant statue out of seashells of Darth Vader. And it's like at the obvious AI face pose, you know, all the comments will be like, wow, this is amazing. This kid's truly talented. Yeah, they've got 12 fingers. Praise. And also the comments could be AI too. It's like insane. It truly is dead internet. Dead internet for sure.